Last summer, my cousins decided to ambush me, sit me down, and make me watch this show, Attack on Titan. And I'm someone who had no interest in anime at all. I always thought it was just a bunch of cartoons. I was more of a live-action fan. I was very ignorant and racist towards anime itself, okay? You could say that. They made me watch this and another one called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Perhaps you've heard of it. I don't know. I was watching this. I was having trouble getting into it. I was like, oh, here we go. Every single anime I've ever tried to watch, it's just I have been unable to get into it, all right? The city where there are these kids that we're following and they're surrounded by a wall or some shit, I'm like, okay, there's a war happening, whatever. And then I start to realize this episode is about to be one of the most brutal episodes to ever open a series ever. Giant humanoid creatures start emerging from behind the walls, looking like this, grabbing people, eating them whole. Literally, the main character's parents get eaten whole. Now, I have a big problem with smiling brunettes who look demonic in the dark. My fans know this. I've had dreams where I've been tormented by this creature. So you can imagine what a big kaiju-sized version of this would be. All right? That would be pretty scary for me. And these were the kind of creatures running around from behind a wall just eating a bunch of people. That's how the show starts, y'all. So it's safe to say I was hooked, and I've been watching up until the 4th season. I've finished most of the show. I'm on the final season now. And I haven't finished. A lot of people will probably wonder why the fuck would I make this video without finishing. Look, I had to. All right, I had to talk about this. It makes me realize how creatively bankrupt Hollywood truly is when anime concepts like this. Bro, you're being outdone by cartoons, bro. Your industry's fucked. That's Attack on Titan. It left me with so many questions that still need to be answered. I want to know how a kid who looks like this turns into this. I wanted to know what the origin of them was. What are they truly, these Titans? Why do they look like that, and then some look like this? Why are there Titans in the walls? Why are there walls to begin with? What's happening? Why is the city walled up? What started this? I could never have predicted the true answers to my questions. I had a theory. My theory was a lot more cliche. My theory was these Titans are former humans that were mutated by a virus, and the main characters we follow are like the last survivors of the world. That's what I had in mind. The show said, nope, that's what we want you idiots to believe. I could never have imagined what these weirdos actually thought up for this. And it's pretty cool. The answers to my questions are based in the history of Earth and this world 2,000 years ago. I'm about to take y'all to school, right? Anime fans, I'm about to pretend like I know more about the show than you do, right? I'm about to teach you some things, right? Here's what I've gathered from this world. There was this chick called the Ymir Fritz. I think I'm probably mispronouncing her name horribly. She was like a sex slave. She was a slave of some sort. I believe it was probably a sex slave, all right? And then she fell into a river. And this chick can't catch a break. She gets molested by the spine parasite thing. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's very important to the lore, but it merges with her or something and turns her into this. It turns her into this. What the fuck? It's the founding Titan. I don't know, the first Titan, the god of Titans. It progenites everything. Everything comes from this Titan, okay? Look at this thing, bro. I don't want to be fighting this ever in my life. Ymir became the progenitor whose power was splintered into all the future Titans, alright? So after she died, her death, the King Fritz took her body, alright? And he said, you know what? This is a powerful bitch. I'm gonna feed her to my daughters. So he force fed them so that they could inherit her Titan powers and keep the lineage of Titans going for his own reign, okay? So over the generation, after this, Ymir's power was splintered into 9 distinct Titans, alright? Each with unique abilities, right? The 9 are the Founding Titan, the Attack Titan, Colossal Titan, Armored Titan, Female Titan, Beast Titan, Jaw Titan, Cart Titan, Warhammer Titan, alright? We got Warhammer in this shit too. Thus began the rise of the Supreme Eldian Empire under this King Fritz, this motherfucker, who basically took these Titans and used them as nukes. They're his atomic bombs that he used to destroy all of the empires and colonize places left and right. He was winning. Nobody had any answer to this. But one day, Marley, this imperialistic empire that's a competitor, found a way to take control of 7 of the 9 Titans, and thus started a revolution against King Fritz, and basically fucked him up. He got defeated badly to the point where he had to retreat with the rest of his Eldian forces and people to the island, this paradise island, alright? Forced to be here after all of his war crimes throughout history. Forced to imprison himself here. Basically, the people from within, in the island, in the walls, these are the next generations birthed from this, and they were basically told a lie. Some of their memories were wiped, I think. They were told the lie that you're the last remaining survivors of humanity and there are monsters outside that'll kill you and all this shit, right? They were told this lie. They were indoctrinated into this. The people on the shore outside of the wall were injected with Titan spinal fluid and turned into this, pure Titans, mindless beasts that would ravage around and basically be the threat that King Fritz's people need to be scared of behind the wall. Meanwhile, King Fritz took another bunch of Eldians and transformed them, mutated them into these big Titans, colossal Titans, and made them the foundation of the actual walls to protect his people from another set of his own people that were also mutated by his enemies. That's how fucked up everything is. That's how badly humanity has fucked itself. King Fritz and the competing empires who did this are worse than Hitler and Stalin, bro. I'm telling you this right now. This is not even a joke. That's how terrible these people are. King Fritz and all the humans on the outside who allowed this to happen are just a notch above Will and Mike, okay? They're just a notch above Will and Mike in terms of likability, alright? Now we get to the types of Titans there are. I hope I'm doing a good job so far, Attack on Titans fans, alright? I did a lot of coke for this video. So we have pure Titans, which are the ones on the shore that were mutated and injected with the spinal fluid by the humans on the outside who won the war. They're turned into mindless savages, okay? Beasts. But they also have regenerations, which makes them like really, really terrifying as like an enemy. You can only like kill them or make them vulnerable if you like attack the nape of the neck, I think. And then you have the abnormals. Bro, I had to censor the shit out of this because there's a lot of nudity with these Titans, bro. A lot of them just run naked. The abnormals are like the schizophrenic version of the Titans. They just go crazy, will run at you, but their patterns are very unpredictable. They're abnormal. Then you have the 9. The shapeshifters, the ones with the true powers and aura, the ones that are notch above everyone else. Our main character is able to be is a shapeshifter as well. He's one of the 9. He can transform into a beast, and he's arguably the most powerful of these that we've seen for more reasons than one. And then you have the source of all organic life, as it's called, the worm spinal parasite that first affected Ymir at the start of this entire conflict. The thing that started it all. What is the nature of this thing? It's not really known. We don't know if it actually is the origin of all life on Earth. It's some kind of natural anomaly. But it was capable of dramatically affecting every piece of organic life around it. A tree which stood over it in ancient times grew to like immense proportions compared to those surrounding it. So it does this shit, bro. It's like the pathogen in Prometheus. It just alters everything around it. And it's argued by many characters in the history of this story, in this lore, is this of the devil? Is this the devil's creation, or is it a gift from God that humans just fucking corrupted and used for their own wills, and it ended up destroying everything, as humans tend to do? We don't know what the nature of this thing is, but there is one quote. Long, long ago, when nothing but mere matter existed in this world, as countless masses of some unknown things appeared, disappeared, then appeared again, one of them eventually survived. We know it as life. And maybe this spinal thing grew the first pieces of organic life, and they evolved into us. Who knows? Now, I've finished most of the show. I'm on the final season. I'm like at the part where Eren has just declared war on the outside world. He's fighting like Warhammer Titans and shit. Like he's declaring full-on war. He's going into his villain arc. And you know what? The more and more I see Eren in this, the more and more I think this dude is not a regular Titan at all. He's like the attack Titan, but I'm pretty sure he has abilities of other Titans in him. He's like a hybrid. So I'm thinking he's going to transform into something far worse by the end of the show. Am I right or wrong, fans? You know, come on, man. I know I'm right. And he looks like he's on a Paul Atreides level arc, declaring war, about to go on a full genocidal run. He's going into his full anti-hero arc. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm seeing Dune 2 level vibes. He went from a young kid who just wanted to attack Titans because they killed his mom to now, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to nuke the entire world, bitch. That's what I'm getting from him. This show was much darker than I expected. A lot of people get cooked and die brutally. I think Eren, there's this other dude, the blonde dude. Fuck, I forgot the names of so much. I like Mikasa. I like, why can't I remember the dude's name with the black hair? Attack on Titans fans are probably pulling their hair out because they know exactly what I'm talking about. The characters that I'm referring to are Levi and Armin. Absolute badasses. But what Eren becomes is my favorite character. He's not my favorite character like throughout the show, but what he becomes is my favorite character mostly because of how dark the story is. It's not like I thought this was gonna be a kids anime. It's not at all. Hollywood, you're This is this is an industry-wide humiliation ritual for you. When I'm watching Attack on Titan, I'm just wondering to myself, how the fuck can Hollywood come up with these concepts in a way that's interesting, that can be marketable? Well, you could easily create a concept like this in the horror genre and market it to a wide array of casuals. A bunch of casual anime fans watched this and got into it. Like, imagine that. Me, I don't give a shit about anime. I'm getting into it more and more now. I'm finishing up Monster. I'm gonna make a whole video on that shit too. I don't care. I've never been an anime fan, but I like this. I'm gonna finish this. This is pretty cool. Anime fans, W. Hollywood, L. Go fuck yourselves. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.